Burnley are up and running in the wins column for the 23-24 Premier League season, and they've done it at a ground where they love to win of late. Of course, they have a fourth win in a row at Luton, and they had to do it in a very tough second half, a second half where we thought certainly Luton were on top.
Luton came flying out of the traps in the second half. They really did. They threw everything at Burnley, got their equaliser, and as I alluded to a couple of minutes ago, sometimes when you're all euphoric and you've got that equaliser, you've put so much into it, you've got to get back and get in your shape and be ready, because Burnley then are going to come out. They've got the kick-off. Luton didn't do that. I thought they were a little bit of lapse in concentration, and Tim's going to talk through Burnley's winning goal, how it came about, and Luton just, as I said, lacking that little bit of concentration.
Well, let's start with the equaliser, because at half-time we said, what could they be doing? And you said they need a focal point, and they brought on Adebayo.
Yeah. Well, we thought Adebayo should come on and partner Carlton Morris, and it was a hopeful cross to the back post, and they keep it alive, and he sorts his feet out brilliantly and swivels on that one. It's a very good finish, John. It
is a good finish. It's a good header back as well. And Adebayo is really strong. He backs into the defender there, and he just rolls him quickly, gets a shot away, and it's too quick and too low down for the goalkeeper to react. But it really is Adebayo doing. He come on to make an impact in halfway through the second half, and he certainly did that with his goal.
Yeah, at that moment, Rob Edwards was getting the crowd riled up, but this is what they call critical phases.
Why he's getting his crowd riled up, he should have been concentrating on his players, and he should have. I know what it's like. You get so excited when you score a goal, but we're going to show you from a tactical view after this. Let's just enjoy this strike for now. Brun Larsen gets the ball, just cuts inside. I mean, he has all the time in the world, just shimmies a couple of times. It's a wonderful strike. I think the goalkeeper has to position himself better, but they wasn't switched on. They totally switched off from the celebration of the equaliser to the time this ends up in the back of their net. And from there on, I think their heads went down. They knew they'd give everything to get back in the game, and it was such a blow, to respond like that. But a wonderful strike from Brun Larsen.
And that's why we talk about critical phases of the game. This is certainly one of them. Just after you've scored, the concentration needs to be up there. 25 seconds after the kickoff.
But this is a tactical view. We look at Lockyer, he's the captain, he's there. He's out there talking to set line. Look at this space there between the left back and the centre back. Never ever closes up. Never closes. The midfield player doesn't even fill the spot. They work the ball from left to right. Look, Brun Larsen's getting the ball now. He knows if I receive this ball, I'm going to cut inside with that big gaping hole there. Look, they tried to close it up there, but not enough. And he just drifts. He shimmies a couple of times as if he's going to go down a line. Takes a touch inside. No one in contention to help out the left back there. And he just bends it in the top corner. Like I say, wonderful strike, fantastic. He does that another 10 times, perhaps they all go over the bar. The game lacked quality. They got themselves in areas like that, but he showed some real class there. Wonderful finish, but they was never switched on from the moment they scored the equaliser, Luton. So Rob Edwards needs to just check himself with that as well, because rather than trying to rile the crowd, I know what it's like. It's so exciting when you get back in the game, home fans, but he needs to just be more considered and concentrate, switch on, keep concentrated, because you're most vulnerable when you're excited like that.
Can we get a word from you, John, on just Luton's defending?
Well, the goal is poor. Tim just summed it up perfectly well. Concentration, getting back in your shape, realising you've just got back in the game with, 7 or 8 minutes in the game. If you're not trying to go ahead and win it, you make sure that you don't lose it. And there was far too much room on that left-hand side. Tom Lockyer, when Burnley are actually kicking off, not picking on Tom Lockyer too much here, but Tom Lockyer is the captain and he's talking to his other centre-back. So there's so much room on that left-hand side. Burnley expose it. And it's a wonderful finish. Take nothing away from the actual technique of the strike. And Luton will have a look at that. I'm sure Rob Edwards will have a look at that, and they'll realise that. It happens a lot, though. It seems to happen all this, you are, at your worst concentration levels as soon as you've just scored, because the tendency to get all excited about scoring and rather than getting in and getting your shape.
Well, we had 2 goals in the second half. We had to wait all the way to the end of the first half for the opening goal, and it came from South African striker Lyle Foster. This is how Burnley opened the scoring. Tim, you're going to take us through it.
Cullen picks up the ball. What a slide rule pass that is into Xander Berg, who had the freedom of the park in the first half, and he had the quality to The run was good from Lyle Foster. He gets in behind, he just slides it past him. But this ball from Cullen, he just gets his head up. Sander Berg's in that miles of space there, and he just slides that. And he takes out 4 or 5 Luton players straight away with that straight pass. He's only gone 20 yards. It was wonderful. And the pass got a little bit lucky, come off, ricocheted off Lockyer, and he sorts his feet out and finishes it well, Foster.
It's a brilliant goal. You look at Cullen, Berg, Foster. I think Luton will have a look at defending. It's come straight through the middle. The goal, it's a brilliant finish. He tucks it under Kaminski's body, and great finish. Really, really well played from Burnley there.
Yeah, Lyle Foster returned from suspension and was back in the starting 11 and back among the goals tonight. Let's go back to Kenilworth Road to hear post-match reactions from the Burnley striker.
Well, our congratulations on what is Burnley's first Premier League win of the season. It did look like you were going to win it 1-0. Then there was the late drama, but how pleased are you with the way that you have come through this test?
Yeah, no, glory to God. Happy we got the win today. I think it was a very, very tough game. Very good first half from us, and obviously Luton came out belt under pressure. I think they got a goal that they wanted, and just happy that we got the win in the end. Brilliant goal from Jakob, and I think, it's good for us to get our first win in the Premier League, and we kick on from here.
You mentioned the winner by Jakob. I mean, it was his first Premier League goal. How impressive of a strike was that?
We needed that one. He pulled it out for us. I'm not surprised. We see him do it at training day in and day out. So for him to pull it off in a game at this time when we needed him, we're all very pleased for him. So hopefully we can just continue with this momentum.
Now, you got things started with the goal in the first half. You know, you were back in the team after serving your suspension and back on the score sheet, your third Premier League goal of the season. Just talk me through your goal.
I think it was good commitment from Sander. Left the ball to him, he picked it up, played me in with a very good pass, and luckily I had 1 or 2 touches, and I tried to just put it around the goalkeeper. Went in, and the first goal. So just happy for the goal, but more importantly, very happy for the 3 points tonight.
How nervy was that second half for Burnley in terms of trying to hold on to the lead that you did have?
Yeah, it got tight, especially with the crowd here. They were behind the boys. I think we did well to stick together. We defended well, and one scrappy goal that they scored. But again, I say big congratulations to Jakob.
It is Burnley's first Premier League win of the season. I mean, you have had a tough fixture list so far. Vincent said after the loss to Newcastle that he was happy with the performance. So how much is this something that you can really build on?
Well, it's something big. I think we needed this. The whole locker room needed this. We done well in the beginning of the season, tough games, but I think we're able to show ourselves against really good teams as well. And I think we just needed this one for the confidence going into the weekend against Chelsea, and then hopefully we can step it up again, and then go into the break with good momentum.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lyle. Thank you for sharing.
Do you need a translation?
I think basically he said, I'm delighted to have scored my first goal in the Premier League for Burnley, and I will score plenty more between now and the end of the season and keep the team in the Premier League.
What he also said was Brun Larsen has done that time and time again in training. To do it in training and then in a big game situation like this, pretty much at the death, is very different.
Outstanding, but I mean, he set him on the way as well. I mean, he threatens him behind, John, doesn't he? I mean, he runs in behind. He's going to be a real threat. You know, with the confidence of scoring a goal there tonight. Yeah, Brun Larsen's goal was exceptional. You know, he's coming in, but I mean, defending wasn't great. But let's just enjoy that strike. It was just wonderful strike into the back of the net. And like I say, they didn't play well tonight, Burnley. First half, they were good, lacked quality. But in the second half, they were very poor. But they've got maximum points, and Vinny would be delighted with that because they played a lot better and lost games this season.
Is he going to be delighted? Well, let's hear from Vincent Kompany.
How does that feel?
It feels great. Like 3 points in the Premier League. We had to battle for it, and I'm proud of the team of what they showed today.
What different aspects to your character did you demonstrate tonight, do you think?
What got us through the season last year in the Championship, you know, too much is said about what we do on the ball, you know. If you really want to judge us, see us off the ball in the battles, and last year we had plenty of games like this, and the team showed again at Newcastle as well against Man United. There's a side to this team that is enjoying this type of work, and you know, we loved everything about it today.
Jordan Bayer was particularly impressive. He had some incredible clearances today. We were impressed with his performance.
Yeah, and still only 22, 23, so I think Alda killed 21, the other centre-half. You know, we've just gone to St James's Park and now Luton within 3 days, and it's great experience for these guys, and they're going to get better still. And today they showed great things, and it was it was a game that deserved its place in the Premier League, with two teams that show that they're going to give everything this season.
How pleased were you that Lyle Foster has come back so strongly into this game?
Yeah, it made a huge impact. I think especially first half, I think the football then that we played was really, really good, and we had some big moments. But, you know, the moment we needed a little bit more chances to score, and then second half was more character, but Lyle made a massive difference, massive difference.
Did you know Jakob Brun-Larsen had that within him? You've had him before?
Yeah, that's exactly why we got him. He used to be one of the great talents in young great talents in European football, and we all have different journeys. He struggled a lot, and today he showed a fraction, a little bit of a glimpse of the potential he has, and he's an exciting player to have in the team.
The timing of your goals was really good today, right on half time, and just after they start to get ahead of steam. How important was that for you?
Yeah, I've got to be honest. It was a tough game. There wasn't much between both teams. I think first half we would have liked to score maybe one or two more, and I think second half they would probably think that they came close. But coming close for us and for them, it just means as well that we defended well both teams, and so there wasn't much between the teams. But we go again.
What does this do for you, do you think, psychologically as well as physically?
It's our first 3 points in the Premier League, and we had a very good performance away at Forest. Now it's away at Luton. That also means that both teams still have to come to Turf Moor. But good performances all round. Just finding the result as well.
Well played.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
4 points for Burnley now after their first win of the season. Let's just get your thoughts on what Vincent Kompany has said, and moreover, how he's had to stick to his guns after a very, very difficult start.
Yeah, well, the goal was a prime example of playing out from the back and, cutting through the opposition. If it's like his 2 passes, and then Lyle Foster was through for a great finish. But I just think he's delighted. I think it's his first 3 points. It takes some. From the rock bottom, if you like. You don't want to get too tailed off after 7 games. So it means if Luton would have won tonight, they'd have gone 6 points clear of Burnley. So it's a huge 3 points for them. And as I said, he recognises that his team were very, very good in the first half. Had to dig in the second half, and then they got that wonder goal then, which sometimes can be the difference between the two teams on the night in Lawson's goal. So he'll be delighted to go back to Burnley tonight with the 3 points. Tough game, he recognised that, but a brilliant win for him.
Defeats for Luton tonight. I wonder what Rob Edwards thinks. Well, we don't have to wait much longer. Here's the manager.
Rob, your thoughts on what was a wonderfully entertaining game? You must be bitterly disappointed not to come away with anything at the end of it.
Yeah, very disappointed. Hard to go in and talk to the lads after that. They gave everything, performed really, really well. It's the nature of this league. At times you switch off or think you're safe, or mindset changes for any split second, then you can be punished. And immediately after we scored, we don't touch the ball, stick it in the top corner. There's things that we can do to be better from there. We've got to learn from that. That being said, the performance was excellent from the lads. They were everything we want to be. I thought they probably just shaded the first half. The second half we completely dominated, and we've had 15 shots inside the box, and that's we've got to be better there. And look, I can take a lot from that tonight. They're a good team, they're difficult to play against, but we showed our true selves tonight. Loads of good things, loads of good individual performances. As a collective, the lads kept fighting, got back in the game, and I've got to try and take that one bit almost out of it, because it can be emotional. I've got to look at the performance as a whole. Lots to be proud of.
Does that one bit though, the quality of the goal, how quickly it came about after your equaliser, does that sort of highlight the scale of the challenge in the Premier League this season?
We knew that anyway. I think, that goal can be scored in the Championship as well. If we don't do things right, we sag off that much and allow people space to shoot, then, that can happen at probably any level. But in the Premier League, we know it's going to happen more often than not. So we learn from that moment. But again, it's difficult because I've said similar things in games already where we've played really well, we've created good chances, we deserve more from the game and we haven't got it. But look, we have to pick ourselves up quickly now. We've got a huge game here against Tottenham on Saturday, so they don't get much easier.
Certainly not. When that equalising goal went in, did you think you were probably the most likely to go on and win the game?
I felt it. I let myself celebrate at that moment and get lost in that moment with the fans, and I felt that we had, we were riding that momentum, that wave. We certainly had the momentum with us, and I thought we were in the ascendancy. I thought we were going to go on and create more chances, and it wasn't to be.
Rob Edwards admitting that they deserved more from the game. That's his thoughts. The question is, did they deserve a penalty here?
I think so. I think Carlton Morris, I think he's kicked on the ankle there, and then the defender gets the ball. But first challenge there, he's nowhere near the ball. He kicks his ankle, and then the follow through gets a little bit of the ball. There, ankle first, then ball. Went to VAR, they decided it wasn't a penalty. Personally, I disagree. Don't matter what I think, it's what they think. But my view is Luton were a bit unlucky there. I thought they should have had a penalty.
Agree?
Yeah, I agree with John. I just think it was a penalty. I thought he played the man before the ball. And his ankle just crumbles underneath the man's body. So was it clear and obvious? Perhaps not. Perhaps that's why they ruled it out.
Just final thoughts, we have seconds left. Fair reflection of what we saw tonight, a win for Burnley?
Yeah, a huge win for Burnley. They've come to Kenilworth Road tonight and they've got the 3 points, and credit to them. I think Vincent Kompany will be delighted with his players.
Delighted indeed. First victory for Burnley in the Premier League. They beat Luton 2-1, the final score. That's all we have for you. Thank you to Tim. Thank you to John. We'll see you next time on Matchday Live.